I've been wanting to do this for a very, very long time. A couple of days ago, I made this video. What is Forza Horizon 5's first expansion? It was a super fun video. If you missed it, you can go check it out. There'll be a link in the description down below. That got me thinking, why don't we go back to Forza Horizon 4 and take a look at the predictions that I made for Forza Horizon 5 and see if I was right about Forza Horizon 5 at all. To basically add some context around this video was posted on February 19th, 2021. At this time, there were no leaks. Forza Horizon 5 wasn't confirmed in any way, so everything in this video was a guess. So I thought it'd be really fun to watch, and we can see what I got wrong and what I got right. So welcome back to Forza Horizon 4, guys. Today, we're actually making one of my favorite types of videos. These are my Forza Horizon 5 prediction. Nothing in this video is confirmed just yet. That's kind of the whole point of making a predictions video. I love making these videos because when this game eventually comes out, we can take a look back to this video to see all of the things I got right and all of the things I didn't get right. Hello? I feel like a good place to start off this video has got to be with the Forza Horizon 5 release date, because the release date's going to affect every single other part of this game. Let's start with that. Turn 10 Studios is currently hard at work behind the scenes developing the next Forza Motorsport game. What would be Forza Motorsport 8? They're still doing that. We literally still have no updated information about Forza Motorsport 8, so hopefully at some point in the future we'll get some more. We know the next Forza Motorsport game is actually going to be a reboot of the Forza Motorsport franchise. It's going to have a brand new Forza tech engine involving new physics, new aero stuff, new tire models, and so on. That is not something that can change overnight and takes years to develop not just a new engine, but a new game using that engine. That's really true. If you ask me personally, I think they're kind of struggling with a new Forza Tech engine solely dedicated for the Xbox Series X, and that's why we haven't actually seen any gameplay about it just yet, or like proper real gameplay, or like screenshots and stuff. I think that's why. Also assume that the next Forza Motorsport game will not be available on the Xbox One generation of consoles. Both of these things would mean that the next Forza Motorsport game is still quite a ways away. Where does that leave Forza Horizon 5 though? I would honestly expect to see Forza Horizon 5 release in 2021, and here's why. I nailed that bit. If Forza Horizon 5 was to release in 2021, that means they could keep that support of the Xbox One around and release this game not just on the Xbox Series X generation of console and PC, but also on the Xbox One to capture that massive user base. I think we can all agree that I once again absolutely nailed it. Well played me. Forza Horizon 5 releasing in 2021, we will have to see. I didn't actually give like a proper release date. I would have imagined I would have said probably like September, like Forza games usually release, and not November like Forza Horizon 5 actually released. I was still right about the year, so I'll take that. For that though, let's move it over to the Forza Horizon 5 location. Arguably the second most important thing, since this kind of directs the entire feeling of the game. Right now, Playground Games has put a lot of effort into the idea of seasons. Not just the whole idea of like the art style and like having different driving physics for different seasons, but the idea of having like rolling updates that come out all the time and having players keep coming back to the game week in and week out. Regardless of where the location is, I would not be surprised to see seasons make a return for Forza Horizon 5. I love how I was even like back in the day, I was on the fence about like seasons as like a whole. Not even them focusing on so much like the art style, but more focusing on like the seasons to bring new updates for the game. I know you're yelling at your monitor right now going, Japan, Japan. So let's talk about it. People are still doing that. They're never gonna stop. If Forza Horizon 5 was to take place in Japan, obviously the feeling of a game like that, at least to me, would be a more underground street racy type of thing. But what about not Japan? What about a place like California. Mexico's not really California, but it's kind of close. That's very, very close. I always felt confident about California because it's so diverse. The reason I mention California at all is because you've got LA as like a big city, a hub. Then you've got all of the coastal roads, but you've also got places like Mammoth, which is a big ski hill out in California. And you've also got places like Palm Springs, for example, which is a massive desert out in California. California's a really big, diverse place, but I feel like Mexico's kind of similar, as well as all of the real-life racetracks that you could implement into a map. I'm still waiting for that bit. Here, maybe Canada or Norway, both of which would fit the idea of seasons super, super well. My prediction, though, for the Forza Horizon 5 location, anywhere but Japan. I do not expect this game to be in Japan whatsoever. At the end of the day, Forza Horizon 5 is a car game, and well, a pretty important element of car games is, well, the cars. So let's see if I can name a couple of cars and maybe get a couple of them right. Fun fact, it took me like 10 minutes to record that line. I kept stumbling over the word cars. In the end, I just made it a meme. If Forza Horizon 5 is going to be coming out on both the Xbox One generation and the Xbox Series X generation, well, you're going to see a lot of carryover between the Forza Horizon 4 and Forza Horizon 5 Carlin. Yep, I think I nailed that one. The developers are still recycling content from Forza Horizon 4 and calling it new for Forza Horizon 5, like the ATS GT or the Noble M600 and so on. However, for the purposes of this video, we're gonna throw all of that boring stuff out of the window and just name cars willy-nilly, because it's more fun that way. True. Firstly, two big cars from GM. I would not be surprised to see the new Hummer EV and the new Cadillac Escalade. I don't know why the developers actually pulled out the Cadillac Escalade and the Cadillac Limo. That still bothers me. From Ford, the new Bronco, as well as the Mustang Mach-E. I'll take that. Ram, the brand new TRX. I'm still wanting that one, developers. BMW, the brand new BMW M3. Sorry. And the BMW M... Yeah, we still need those ones as well, please. Thank you. The brand new Toyota Supra. Called out another starter car. That's pretty good. As well as the GR Yaris. We definitely could use the GR Yaris still. I would imagine that Toyota actually has some deal with Gran Turismo. I'm not sure. I think they do. Obviously, nothing's confirmed, but I think that's why we don't have the Yaris just yet. Yeah. McLaren, yes. Lamborghini, yes. Porsche, no. Yeah. Porsche, no. Yes. I think that's enough cars. What I think I'm realizing is I was way more optimistic in the developers to add new cars to the game instead of like 5. What about the customization of those cars? Being able to mess around with them and make them your own. Honestly, this might trigger some people, but I would not at all be surprised if the upgrade shop looked pretty similarly to the way the upgrade shop looks right now. I mean, yeah, I would definitely expect to get some more wide bodies, some extra rims, maybe some new rear wings and so on. Other than that, I think it's gonna be pretty much the same. One thing I'm kind of annoyed that I didn't specifically call out right there was how car upgrades would change the sound of your car. We actually knew that it was a confirmed feature for the next Forza Motorsport game, but I didn't imagine that it would come to Forza Horizon 5 before it would feature in Motorsport. Overall, pretty correct. I did have to make one prediction for customization that I expect to see in Forza Horizon 5. I would imagine that would be being able to paint your rims for front and rear different colors. I would imagine that would be a simple yet effective way of answering some of the things people have been asking for. I will stand by. I wish the developers allowed us to paint our front wheels different colors to our rear wheels. What about all of the other stuff, though, that makes Forza Horizon Forza Horizon? What about the lobby sizes, for example? Well, if Forza Horizon 5 was to come out on both generations of consoles, I wouldn't really expect the lobby size to change, honestly. The Xbox One hardware is very, very limiting, so unless the player bases were split up between Xbox One and other platforms, I wouldn't imagine the lobby sizes change at all. I'm just saying, if any of the developers watch this video, they must have been shitting themselves going, who told this guy basically everything that we're doing? I just guessed. I'm not actually gonna make an official prediction for, but I did want to mention it because I'm gonna be keeping fingers crossed for it. I would really, really hope that both the Eliminator and the Super 7 transfer over to Forza Horizon 5. Both really fun game modes that I think could be expanded on for a new game. Should we do one more official prediction though? I think the cover car is gonna be painted red. Let's go with red. Nailed that one as well. I totally nailed that one. I did so well for my prediction. So there you have it. I can't believe I called that. What are the comments on this video now? I want a super long strip of road where we can max out our cars with no AI. You can kind of do that. Dynamic engine sounds like when you change your exhaust system and hear a different engine tune. Well played, sir. These predictions will either age like milk or wine.